I am the district attorney. I am above the law. Get out of my garage.
Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley gave police a hard time over her speeding infraction.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care.
Why are you so upset at me? I'm doing my job. You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Some things you just don't say out loud, lady.
Just don't understand the hostility towards me. I'm doing my job. How am I being an asshole?
He's not.
I am the DA.
Welcome back. You are stuck with me today. The other lawyers in our office are, I don't know, doing real legal work, and I get to play on the internet. So we're watching a video today called "The District Attorney Thinks She is Above the Law with the Cops." This will be fun, I am sure, because this channel and myself and everyone kind of just, our heads explode when we see someone thinking that they're above the law, and it always turns out that they are not actually above the law.
An upstate New York district attorney refused to stop for police when she was caught speeding and instead drove back to her house. Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Doorley gave police a hard time over her speeding infraction.
Sorry, I'm the DA. I was going 55 coming home from work.
55 and a 35.
I don't really care.
Okay.
So you call Dennis
Can you come? Can you
No,
please
no,
come
no.
over here? You're on. This is on a traffic stop, ma'am.
Yes, it is. You can call Dennis Kohlmeyer right now.
Okay. I'm telling you why I stopped you. You didn't stop at all. Did you not hear my lights or sirens or
No,
anything?
I didn't actually. I was on the phone.
Okay. Well, you're not supposed to be on the phone while you're driving either.
Yes, I am with the hands-free. Absolutely.
Okay. Why are you so upset at me? I'm doing my job. You just admitted to me that you were going 55 and a 35 on
Can you
Phillips
please tell
Road.
him to leave me alone? It's
Officer Christopher.
Christopher.
Can you stay over here, ma'am? This
No,
is a
I'm
traffic.
not
This is
staying
this
over
is a
here.
legal traffic stop. Do you have your ID?
No, it's in my purse. Here.
You have your purse right there.
No, this is my lunch. Would you talk to Dennis? This is ridiculous. Just go away.
Hello, sir. Good, ma'am. Can you please stay at the back? This is a ma'am. This is legal traffic stop. Can you please stay over here,
No. Hey, baby, get your little guy out of here.
sir?
So the DA, I think everyone knows this, is typically the elected, obviously I have no idea, we're in upstate New York or what's going on there, but it's an elected official, right? Is the highest prosecutor in the county. The district attorney is usually how that is. I mean, there's federal districts, but I'm going to go with she's the head elected prosecutor for the county that they are in. That's my best guess here. And geez, talk about entitled much. She's like nervous, like really like, whoa, this is ridiculous. It's just a bad, terrible impression for her. Admits to the speeding and, she probably wouldn't actually get in trouble if she just stopped. I mean, she's not above the law, but a speeding ticket, 20 miles over is not the most terrible thing in the world. Many regular citizens do get those tickets, but also many citizens do, be like, all right, slow down. Here's your warning. She would probably get that, but she decided to keep on going. And now, fleeing and eluding a police officer can be a criminal offense, and it just gets harder and harder. Even saying if this officer wanted to turn the other cheek, it's getting harder and harder and harder for him to do so, because now, he's talking about criminal charges, and she's walking away and calling other people, and these are just the absolute worst way to handle this. So, I am not a district attorney, but I've been pulled over in areas where I practiced before quite a few times, and I'm not gonna name drop because I got no name, right? I'm not but I'm trying to do little things in order to get myself out of a ticket, just like you are, just like everyone is. I've had officers be like, I recognize you from somewhere. What do you think I said? Court. I'm a private defense attorney. Yeah, we've probably had some cases together. I'm in court every day. I've probably seen you in court. And they be like, that's it, dude. Yeah, all right. Man, slow down. Let me get out of my way. I don't think I'm above the law. You could have given me that ticket and I'd been like, yeah, I deserve that ticket. But if I handle myself properly, I probably can tilt the odds in my favor a little bit in order to just not get in trouble in the first place, not get the ticket in the first place. I've been dressed up in a suit, and cops like, where are you going? Where are you headed? Just like they do for everybody. And I'm like, court. I'm actually late for court. I'm headed there right now. I'll be in the Wheaton Courthouse. I'll be at the Daily Center. I know that's the same place that they write their tickets to, right? Like, oh, okay, what do you do? I'm the defense attorney. Yeah, I think I've seen you before. I recognize you. All right, man, slow down. No problem. Yes, sir. Sorry. Boom, I'm on my way. So my point in saying that is it doesn't make me special. I deserve half those tickets, probably all those tickets. And if I get them, I'll deal with them, right? But it blows my mind how you can be about as above the law as you can get. Nobody's above the law. But if you're the head prosecutor, you're probably going to get some leeway. And you're not going to lose your freaking job for getting a speeding ticket. I'll bet you this ends with her job in jeopardy, just by the simple fact that she's handling this terribly from the start.
I stopped her for going 55 and a 35 on Phillips Road.
On Phillips Road.
And
Coming
she
home from
failed
work.
to stop. She drove all the way back home and parked in her garage. And now she's not complying with any of my commands. Ma'am, do not go inside.
Oh my God!
Yep. All right. Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you. Would you just
953. Can you have a
leave me alone?
supervisor come to the scene?
No. Get out of my fucking house. Here.
I don't know why you're acting like this towards me.
Because
Can you please go to the back of the vehicle?
I'm not going to. I'm home. Okay, 55.
I don't care if you got home. You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over. When my lights were
I
initiated.
didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
I was right behind you.
Yeah? There were other people on the road too.
Okay, I was directly behind you.
I'm not dealing with you right now.
Can you please step over here?
I'm not going to.
What is the reason you're so against what I'm doing? I'm doing my job. You say you're a DA?
I am the DA.
Okay.
Okay, let me get you my badge. I am the DA of Monroe County.
So there's obviously a terrible look because it's worse that she's the DA. She's the person that's supposed to uphold the law, and you're getting her an inside look at her attitude towards the law, at least as it is applied to her. Incredibly terrible look for her. A better look would be like getting arrested and getting in trouble and being like, yep, I'm going to take what I deserve. Like that would be like a deference. That would be having respect for the law. Here, she's literally saying I am above it. Like, you cannot stop me for it. I don't care that I was speeding. I am the DA. It is the worst possible look from a political standpoint that you could possibly have for her position. Again, you don't want to do either, but you'd rather be in violation of the law and get arrested in and say yes, I deserve this. I understand. I'll take my sentence than think you're above it. It is a better look to be subject to the law if you're the DA than present yourself as above it. So this is not going to end well for her no matter what. And I don't think, this cop's not being super aggressive or anything, but good for him. Don't let her off the hook, man.
I just don't understand the hostility towards me. I'm doing my job.
No, you're being an asshole.
How am I being an asshole?
He's not.
I am the DA of Monroe County.
I understand
Yes,
that, but that doesn't give you a right to go 55 and a 35. And you even admitted to me that you went 50. I understand that, ma'am.
I don't really
I
care.
understand that.
You know what? If you give me a traffic ticket, that's fine. I'm the one who prosecutes it, okay? Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
I just don't
Yes,
understand
that-
the hostility.
It's incredible just how stupid some people can be. And obviously somebody who's educated and has made a lot of right moves, it seriously makes you wonder. So many videos we watch, we're they were intoxicated or they had something going on. They weren't in the right frame of mind. What is her frame of mind right now? What is her excuse? I mean, she's just frazzled and ignorant and entitled.
Hostility. I understand you're coming home from work.
And half the time I was on the phone with Dennis telling him, why are you pulling me over?
Oh,
You're not even
it's an
supposed to be on
admission,
the
so
phone
you
to
knew you were
begin
getting
with.
pulled
You
over.
know that.
Oh, on hands-free? Absolutely.
Okay.
You should know the law.
Okay. If it is hands-free, that's great. But at the end of the day, you're going 55 and a 35. That's 20
Okay.
miles over the speed limit.
Okay, you know what? That's fine. You know what I've been dealing with all day? 3 murders in the city. And do you think I really care if I was going 20 miles over the speed limit?
Okay, I'm just doing my
I would
job.
get in front of
If you pulled over when you saw my lights, which obviously you did.
I thought you were going somewhere else because I thought no one would ever pull. a black SUV if you ran my plates.
I
If
didn't run
had-
your plate. I just called your plate out. And then I'm following you because you're not stopping. So I had to take the air from dispatch.
Just please.
953. You can have the air back, by the way. Just come outside over here.
No, I'm not going outside.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you just to leave.
Well, I'm having a supervisor come because that's what my chief told me to do.
5-2, show me out with 5-2. Yeah.
This is
Do you have your driver's license?
I just showed you my driver's
You show me
license.
you show me your badge. At the end,
Go ahead, like,
listen.
you wanna,
At the
like
end
I
of the
said,
day,
go ahead if you want to write me a traffic ticket. That's fine.
okay. At the end of
I
the
really
day,
don't care.
at the end of the day, I was stopping you for speed. If you
I've
just
had
stopped,
a really bad day. I've been dealing with
and
murders
I
in
get
the
it,
city
and I
all
get
Not
it.
a legal
We have bad
defense.
days
I'm sorry,
also,
I'm
ma'am.
I'm sorry.
We have bad days also.
My license back?
I'm gonna just add it to the job real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
You can just go and actually add it. You don't have to use the air. At the end of the day, I was just making a traffic stop, doing my job, what I was supposed to do.
Well, fine. Thank you.
Okay? So now, supervisor's on his way, and then we'll go
Which
from there.
supervisor's coming up here?
Huh?
Who?
Sergeant Johnson. I understand you had it. Like, I get it. We all have bad days at work.
And I'm going to go in the house. Seriously, this is ridiculous.
No, this is a traffic stop, and you, out of everyone, should know that if there's a legal traffic stop, which I have the right to detain you until this is done.
Then just write me the ticket. I
That's the
really
right
don't
answer.
care.
Okay. Well, then just hang out at the back of the car.
Because I'm the one that's going to prosecute myself. You know what I'll do with the ticket?
So stupid of her.
Okay. Just come out here for me and just
Some
stand.
things you just don't say out loud, lady.
I'm not. Hey, baby.
We're having supervisors come, and then we'll go from there.
Oh, come
Okay?
on. Just,
This is what my chief wants. That's at the end of the day. You called him. I spoke to him on your phone, and this is what he wants.
I'm going to call him again. Seriously.
Chief is like, come on. I'm at home.
Crying neighbors.
I'm in the pool. When did this happen? I don't know. I can't see a day.
To drive
Oh,
home, called the chief.
This happened a couple days ago? 4/22/24. What's today? 29th? A week later? This happened a week ago. So this happened a week ago. So last Monday. First of all, nice work. Can we give it up for our man, Saldi here, our videographer who's pulling this stuff? We're getting a bit more timely on it. I love it. But this happened a week ago. Oh, man, she's probably in such a shitstorm now. I mean, if I had a traffic ticket or I was defending a traffic ticket for going 20 miles an hour over in this town, ooh, boy, would I have a stink to make. DA doesn't think she needs a ticket for this. DA says she can just dismiss tickets for this. It's good enough for her. It's not good enough for my client. Oh, my gosh. I bet you every ticket in similar type ticket around every leaving the scene, fleeing and eluding police. Boy, oh boy, I would be kicking and screaming and dragging these out now. Created a big headache for her prosecutors, right? She's probably, I have no idea how big the county is, but she doesn't prosecute most of the cases herself. There's assistant DAs that do that. And boy, did this woman create headaches for her assistant DAs and them trying to prosecute cases similar to this.
Attempted to stop her on Phillips Road, going 55 and a 35. Didn't see the plate. I was just keeping an eye on the vehicle because she wasn't stopping. Drove all the way here, pulled into her garage, got out, was just being aggressive towards me for no reason. I was being respectful, telling her this is a legal traffic stop. Come to the back of the vehicle. No. Then she called chief. Then that's why I requested a supervisor. And now she wanted to go inside. Told her no, you can't go inside. And this is where we're at. So.
Pretty accurate.
You have her ID? I gave it back to her. It's attached to the job and everything. So.
I didn't want to stop until it's right. I was right down the street. I figured I would just stop in my driveway. That's what I figured. I thought it would be easier. Apparently that was wrong.
See, her tune's changed a lot, right? It's like, I just thought I would be easier to stop. It's not a great excuse, but I hear people all the time say this. When they stop late or, go for blocks or even miles and eventually stop or get all the way to their driveway. I mean, this happens a lot. They always say it was like for their safety. And, I'm not saying they're wrong, but that's what people say. And it's not a legal defense, really, is to say, like, I didn't stop 2 miles back there. I kept going all the way to my house for my safety. It's not a legal defense. But, it is mitigating, especially if there's some sort of reason for it. I've had people like get pulled over on the road, like in the middle of like a forest preserve, and there's like terrible lighting. It's 3 a.m. It's an unmarked car, and like, okay, that makes a bit of sense. I came out and I went, got out of that sort of, forest preserve area, and then I stopped at the nearest gas station that was super lit, and I saw it was a police officer or whatever. I've had that, and that's mitigating. It's not a legal defense necessarily, really, but it's, it's like, okay, I get it, and you can usually, resolve it that way, and you can get some leeway. That's not what she's like kind of trying to do her version of that, which is it's bullshit, but it's a way better take for her than it is like, I just didn't want to stop. Screw them. I called them, tried to call them off. I called the chief and told him to call them off. Like, that's a terrible look. I was a few blocks from home, safety, I'm a public figure, terrible excuse, but she's at least trying right now. But it shows you, like, she's now kind of like calmed down, and she's kind of like, oh, here's what can I say to get out of this?
I'm still rolling, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's your traffic stop. I'm
Yep.
not gonna tell you that
That's the right idea.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with it?
What feels necessary.
Pause here. What should he do? Leave in the comments below. I mean, she should definitely get the traffic ticket, as far as I'm concerned. Should she get like a more serious criminal charge of fleeing and eluding or some, arrestable offense? I think she could. And if they did that here, I'd be like, she made her own bed. She needs to lie in it, right? I'd be totally fine with that. Because she's not above the law, and it is an arrestable offense, and she is entitled, and, yada, yada. The reality is, does this officer want to do that? And do I really blame this officer if he just wants to write the ticket and go? Probably not. Like, he doesn't want to deal with this. He's running traffic. He's running license plates, doing traffic stops, and now he's dealing with this. So I'm not going to come down. I'll just tell you before it even happens. I'm definitely don't blame him if they arrest her. Like, I'm like, I support that. Go for it. She deserves it. I've seen plenty of people get arrested with way less shit than this. But at the same time, I'm not going to come down too hard on him if he just gives her the ticket, especially with everyone involved. He's like, man, I ain't trying to deal with this. It's like, a cop is, she didn't kill anybody, right? Like, give her the ticket, and if he chooses to just move on, it's not my ideal outcome, but I'm not going to give the cop too much trouble, too much flack over it.
I mean, she knew exactly that she was going 55 in a 20 or a 35. She even called the chief. So it's like, I
I got a phone call.
I'm going to be annoyed,
like,
though. if
I don't
she
care
doesn't
just
get a
writing her
ticket.
the speeding ticket and being done with it, but technically it's a arrestable offense that she didn't stop.
And the other thing I'll say is, like, I don't know if anyone realizes, like, the DA, the head prosecutor, is a big frickin' deal in bigger cities. I have no idea how big this, or bigger counties, I should say. Like, the Cook County state's attorney here, which is Cook County encompasses Chicago. Like, she's got her own security team. Like, I've met them. I've seen them before. Like, you've got a detailed security. I mean, that's a big deal, right? If you're the one prosecuting thousands, tens of thousands of criminals in your city, that's a big deal. She just said she's working on 3 murders. That means there's 3 murder suspects or defendants out there, right? Who obviously, don't want to be caught and have issues. Like, it's a big deal. It changes your life in being in that position. Now, the smaller the county, the more scaled down that is, right? But I'm just trying to provide a little bit of context in terms of just how serious of a role that is for your county or community.
Ticket? What are you gonna do?
I mean,
It's your stop. I'm not gonna interfere with that.
yeah. I mean, I get
Good
that
job.
she came home. I mean, obviously, if I
I'm
just
Makes
trying
no
to,
sense.
yeah.
I explained that to her.
Hey,
Makes no
like,
sense to come home.
She came home. She failed the stop. I mean, it's arrestable offense. I'm not trying to arrest the DA of the county, but also I don't want to not do my job and not at least write her something.
Yep.
So
I think it's the
I
right
get
idea.
it. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna.
I'll at least write her the freaking going 55 and a 20.
35 and 30.
At the end of the day, I got discretion whether or not.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
So
Again, like I know, I imagine the internet comments are blowing up with this, like, treat her like everybody else. Cops have discretion. I see it when they use their discretion to make arrests, but there's plenty out there where they use their discretion. I see them, I hear them all the time where they go, dumb decision. I'm not putting you in handcuffs for this, though, right? And that is, officers do have that discretion. Again, here's my stance on it. Arrest her. Totally fine. I support it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Please do it. I totally think that's the right thing to do. But I'm not going to give this officer who's doing patrol duty too much flack, for just giving her the ticket. Like, does he really want to get caught up in this? The guy's just looking to do his job, stay safe, go home to his family. Does he really want to be caught up arresting the DA? It's maybe a happy medium from his perspective.
all right, ma'am. So I'm issuing you speed in zone 55 and a
That's
35.
fine. I'll take care of it since I'll be prosecuting myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it, lady.
At the end of the day,
Jag off.
if you see my lights and sirens behind you, and obviously they're going off, just pull over. We can have a conversation and be on our way. I kept my eye on your vehicle. I'm not going to check my computer to see what plate it is if a vehicle
Nor
is
should I have
not
to.
stopping for me. I want to keep my eyes on that vehicle for my safety, so I make it home at the end of the day. Okay?
I apologize, but
I'm sorry that you had a bad day,
yeah.
and I'm sorry it went this way, but I do respect what you do. Have a good day, man.
But I would say, here's something else.
Just shut up, lady.
You know the house
95 your radio is completely unreadable.
road?
Yeah, that lady sucks. Everyone's entitled to a bad day. We all have them. But still, even at the end, like after you've had time to reflect and talk to three others and they've talked you, sort of off the proverbial ledge, to still be like, I'm prosecuting myself. So it just tells you that I think is an insight into her character. And because again, the bad days, it doesn't mean she didn't have a bad day, but like it's dissipated. The initial tension of the traffic stop and the arguing with that guy, that's all dissipated. And then still at the end, she's like, I just prosecute myself. Terrible look. Fuck her. All right. So grades we're doing. For her, she gets an F. She gets an F. I mean, how could it be worse? Fighting with the cops and stuff, like, that's thankfully not in her nature. Like, but that would be worse. But other than that, like, I could not imagine her handling that situation more poorly. Totally avoidable, totally on her. I think she's going to have a ton of political blowback. This happened a week ago. So put me in the vote in the category of do not vote for that lady. If that's how she feels that she's above the law, I don't think I would trust her to prosecute in my community. The officer, I've done enough of these now where like, I know that the internet, at least the people who watch channels like this, you guys want blood. And this cop was, a bootlicker. I'm a bootlicker. I'm what all these other, names I got to Google that I don't even understand what you're calling me. Too soft, giving the police a pass, right? You're entitled to your opinion. It's not going to change my opinion though. I'm totally cool with her getting arrested. I would have preferred that. But I'm also not going to tell this cop he's a terrible person and does a terrible job just because he decided to take the more middle of the road. He does have discretion. And when that discretion is, when you're the subject of the investigation, you want that officer to use his discretion. But when somebody else is the subject of the investigation, you're like, why is he using his discretion? Right? So I get it, but you gotta sort of be impartial here. I wanted him to arrest her. I think he had every legal basis to do so. But again, at the same time, sort of beat cop, patrol cop who's out there, and now he's got his boss and his chief and everyone involved in the frickin' DA giving her the ticket. Good for you for at least giving her the ticket. I'm not going to mark you down too much for not putting her in cuffs. So B. I mean, I think he did a great job. I mean, I think he handled himself well. He didn't just be like, oh, you're the DA. Sorry. See ya. Get back in his car. He kept it up. He followed the protocol, it seems, like get the superior out there. The superior is deferred to him. I think that he's like, screw that. I'm not letting her off the hook totally. I'm at least giving her a ticket. Like, this is getting documented. It's on paper then. She's getting some sort of violation because she did commit a violation. So I support him there. I'm going to go with a B. I think that's a fair way to handle it. Now I want to Google this lady and see what the blowback has been over the last week. If this video has just been coming out over these last couple days or a week, I bet she's going to have not just a bad day, a bad couple weeks. Her character is should probably be called into question, and her attitude towards the law, and her ability to uphold it, based on that interaction with the police. Thanks for watching.